Hi, we are going to do kind of a step-by-step lesson today. So what you're going to do is create the shape with me and use the tools that I'm talking about, and then you'll post a screenshot to make sure you've got it complete. So what I'd like for you to do is start by creating a polygon cube. You can create it by clicking here or create Polygon Primitives Cube. Alright, we're going to scale it up a bit, just so that we're all on the same page. I'll scale it up to 8 in all directions. We're going to go into your attribute editor, and in the Polycube 1 tab, we're going to add 3 subdivisions in each width, height, and depth. I'm going to go over into my outliner, and I'm going to name this Practice Cube. Right mouse click and hold, and I'm going to go into face mode. I'm going to grab the 4 corners, holding shift to select the 4 of them. I'll go to Edit Mesh, Extrude. You can click and drag on the thickness, but I'm going to bring the thickness to 2. So I'm going to type in 2 and then hit enter. I'll just click outside of it to exit the tool. Now you can see I've got kind of my castle like we made before. I'm going to go into my side X view. Now if you don't have side, you can always go to panels, and then perspective is just your perspective view. You can create a new view, but orthographic here is where you can say front, side, or top, so you'll just click on side. From the side, I'm going to grab, and I'll hit Q to make my gizmo disappear. I'm going to grab these 9 faces, and then I'll go back to perspective, edit mesh, extrude, and then I will pull them out. This one can be kind of visual. I'm just going to make it about the same size as all of my other ones. Then I'm going to go and just select the 6 sides, edit mesh, extrude, and I'll pull those 6 out to be about the same size as the other ones. And then I'm going to grab the bottom 3, edit mesh, extrude, I'll hit W and pull those out to be about the same size. So we have kind of a stair step on our one side. Now I'll grab the 9 faces on the other side, edit mesh, extrude, but I'm going to scale these down. So bring it on down. And this is going to be more of a visual, but about half the size. And then I'll do edit mesh, extrude, and pull it out to be about the same width that we've been dealing with. Okay. I'm going to go into object mode, and I'm just going to raise this to be on the grid just so we can see it a little bit more. We can use our side view to make sure that we're actually on the grid. And again, I'm just putting my mouse over whichever viewport I'm dealing with and hitting the space bar. Alright, and now we're going to take these top 2. If you're looking at it this way, they're going to be on the right. So I'm going to go into face mode, hold shift to grab more than one. I'm going to do an edit mesh, extrude, hit W, and again this one is a visual. Now hotkey G, as in great, redoes whatever your last action was. So if I hit G, I get extrude again. So I'm going to extrude. Now you have to be careful. If you hit G and do it multiple times and you don't move it, then you won't realize that you have repeating faces. But G redoes your last action. So that can be whatever. That could be, you know, bridge or anything. All right, so now we have this. What you're going to do is take the inside faces of these two columns here, 1 and 2. I'm going to delete them. So I'm going to have holes here. Then what you'll do is I'm going to go into edge mode, select the top, hold shift, select the bottom, do the same on this side, top and bottom. And I've held shift through the whole thing so that I can select 4 edges. And you'll need to make sure up here, yep, it says 4 edges. If you don't have this window, remember it's display, heads up display, poly count. And what I'm actually going to do is select the sides as well, so we can kind of get a cap to look like the rest of our project. But so now I have 8 sides selected, and we're going to go to Edit Mesh, Bridge. You can see we've made a nice complete bridge. I'm going to go into vertex mode and click and drag over my vertice to make sure there's only one at every point. Don't forget that if you click and let go, it's going to say 1 because it's clicking whichever one's on top. So you have to click and drag around the vertice to make sure there isn't anything hidden. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Edit Mesh, Mesh Tools, Insert Edge Loop. And on this top stair here, I'm going to click and let go to create an extra edge loop. All right, and then lastly, we're going to take these front faces. If you still have the Insert Edge Loop tool selected, make sure to hit W or E or R, one of your tools, to get out of that Edge Loop tool so you can select these front faces. I'm going to go to Edit Mesh, Extrude, pull them out with my Move tool like we've been doing, and then I'm going to scale in the Z axis in. Then what you want to do is we're going to merge these vertices. So I'm going to right mouse click and hold and go into vertex mode, select these 4. You'll see I have 5, so we need to find the 1, and I can hold shift and deselect, or you could just click and drag around it again. Edit Mesh, merge to center, and I'm going to grab the bottom 4, and I'll hit G to redo my last action. Alright, so you'll end up with kind of this boat looking shape. We could always make it look more like a boat and bring some of these edges down. So we can go to edge mode. You want to select these 2 edges along the bottom all the way. And just grab your Move tool and you can pull it down. Alright, so you're going to end up with our little weird boat here. So you want to turn it, and then we can see all 4 views. Make sure they're kind of placed well in the viewport so that I can see what's going on. And then you'll take a screenshot and submit that. So let me know if you have any questions.